Hello, how you doing? My name is Sean Hamilton. This is my research talk, and the misconception that I had chosen for myself was African American depression and mental health issues. Research has stated that there's a correlation between um African Americans and not being properly diagnosed for mental health problems. Um, this I was inspired to do this misconception because I wanted to talk about something serious, but at the same time, I wanted to relate to the issue some way, somehow. So when I was like going through my thought process about the problem analysis, I went through like past events and tried to like bring up old feelings on how I felt about certain situations and how that went or how they made me like how it rubbed me the wrong way. And then just thought bigger. Like, how would it rub somebody else if they went through the same thing that I went through? And that could cause a lot of mental health problems, like a lot of things that I have seen in my life. So, um, my solution behind my misconception are um more African American psychologists, affordable healthcare, and gaining more knowledge. I threw in police training too towards the end, but I didn't really get to talk about it too much in my project. But I think it's something that kind of need to be discussed. So I chose more African American psychologists was because I feel like it's good for especially people in my community to talk to people that they feel like they can relate to more with. Like they will be more willing to open up and talk about their issues because I feel like sometimes when I guess some people do go to like psychologists and stuff like that. They don't tell the whole story just because I mean norms or how they was brought up in that community just not to talk to certain people. So I think if you have more African American psychologists, they are more open to talk to them, and that's another way we can gain more knowledge about. I guess, yeah, most definitely more knowledge on depression and mental health issues within the African American community. Um, I chose affordable healthcare because I feel like it's everybody can't afford therapists. Like regardless if you don't matter what race you from. Some people just don't. If you come from a poverty neighborhood, you probably can't afford therapy, especially multiple sessions. It costs. So with having that, I think that also helps with sending people to go get help from other folks, talk to somebody at least, um, and then gain more knowledge. Um, in one of my studies, trauma exposed post traumatic post traumatic stress disorder and depression. They did they did surveys on 617 patients. That was 96% African Americans. They was in a waiting room with 4 primary offices and I guess 403 patients with um was exposed to trauma, and the results of the 617 patients was 65% of them reported clear traumatic events. And I guess the events, like if you really don't know what type of traumatic events I'm talking about, like sudden unexpected death of a loved one, physical assault, assault with a weapon, sexual assault, um, transportation assault, and then in this study it said like 33% of the people that did the survey suffer from PTSD. So that's why I think this is most definitely a good like stepping stone towards bringing more awareness to the problem. Um, I feel like this this whole research project, like it matters to me because when I come back here, I see it all the time. You see certain people struggling because their mental health is not all the way right, and I'm one of those people that I want to see everybody around me be great, at least good at something. So, especially people in my community, I will want them to make sure everything like right with their mental aspect on life. So it's like yeah, that's the end of it. Um, thanks for listening. I am out.